on in. All right. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your evening to join us. This is an important topic to talk about that so many people keep leaving out of not only their professional but also in their business. And so no other, I mean, this lady is absolutely amazing. We was on Blab about, well, I don't know, maybe it was December, November.
Yep,
And we
it was
had
in December.
absolutely an
Yes.
amazing, it was? Okay, we had an absolutely amazing time. So why not have her back? I'm just saying. So what I want to be able to do, I want her to be able to introduce herself, and then we're going to be able to go ahead and dive in because so many people need help, advice, suggestions on building relationships. Because she's a businesswoman, I'm a businesswoman, but at the same time, we do have a personal life. I'm just saying. And so here we go. We want to be able to introduce yourself, honey bun.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cherie Parker. I am the life skills strategist. I am the founder of Cherie Parker Coaching and Consultant LLC. I work with women from different age ranges to help them with their personal and their professional development. I'm also an author. I author 2 books. I also do some mentoring, and I'm so excited to be here tonight to talk about our topic. It's so important, as Vanessa said, professionally and personally to be able to build healthy relationships, either, through social media, through what we do. So it's really important, and I'm looking forward to talking about this tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. So my name is Vanessa Canteberry. I am the CEO and founder of Inspired by Vanessa. I help people to be able to walk into their greatness, but also to embrace their purpose in life. Sometimes we don't give ourselves permission to be able to be happy, just to be happy, just like have a peace of mind. And sometimes we allow other people to be able to distract us, deter us in some type of way, shape, or form, and it stops us from going to that next level where we so well deserve. So this topic is absolutely amazing for a couple of reasons. Something that's happened recently, and I have posted something on social media, and I was just basically talking about how people forgot how to build relationships, but instead they would just rather throw you into a group instead of having a conversation with you. Get to know the person. So it's basically like people want a one night stand. Not trying to be funny because we all grown here. People want a one night stand, but then they want to get to know you afterwards. It's like it's backwards. And so the same thing happens with business. You want to be able to push your business off to a person, but you don't want to get to know the person. That makes no sense. Are you willing to really sacrifice losing it all just because you want to make somebody else another number? I don't agree with it. I just don't. So this topic here alone, I think is going to be able to help people to be able to grow that business to the next level. Or maybe if you take it into your personal life, that's fine too. But at the end of the day, relationships are very, very important to build because not only you want a relationship just for that moment, but you want a lasting relationship. That's important. You know what I mean? Because I want to be able to say, you know what? I built a relationship with X, Y, and Z. I know I could be able to call this person or inbox this person or text this person and just to be able to have an event, just to be able to vent at that particular time. Because at the end of the day, we all are human. What do you think what I'm saying?
Well, I totally agree. I just think there's an etiquette. If we're going to look at social media, there's definitely an etiquette. As you stated, getting thrown into Facebook groups. I think that we need to start with introductions before I wouldn't say it's not inviting, kind of throwing us in. I like for someone to inbox me and say, hey, Cherie, would you like to be a part of this group? Because we don't know for sure if what our needs are as a professional will match the needs of that group that we were thrown into. And I think it's important that as professionals and building a relationship, which could lead to other things like networking, collaboration, that people need to first inbox and say, I am such and such. This is what I do. This is my group. And if you're interested, would you like to join our group? And give people the opportunity, opposed to just saying, hey, I'm just going to enroll you in our group. And then, as you stated, it could be related to numbers, or it could be that they just don't know or have an understanding of how the process will work. to help build those relationships. So that's really important.
Exactly.
Introduction.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Because you know what? People will respect you more. They will really,
Mhm.
really respect you way more if you take a moment to be able to, hello, how are you? Pose this to copy and pasting a message and just sending it to everybody. That's, I mean,
Right.
really, that's not how you build a relationship, period. Are you getting into what is your real purpose behind what are you doing? What's the real
Right.
purpose behind it? And people fail to realize what's that purpose.
Right, and I think it should be personable when you want
Yeah.
to, interact with other professionals. And like you
Mhm.
said, figuring out what their purpose is. And how can I support you if I really don't know what that is? And how can I add to your
Exactly.
group if I don't have an understanding of what your purpose is, or,
Mhm.
what your goals are as far as this group, or who's involved in this group, because the group may not match my needs, which is just as important, because I want to be able to add, I want to be able to collaborate with, women, or the combination of men and women in some of these groups, because
Mhm.
I have been, placed in groups that has the combination of both populations. But
Right.
once I get into the group and realize it's not beneficial all
Mhm.
around, then I unjoin. And I've some experiences where I would unjoin a group and then I would get placed right back in the group without even the person contacting me and say, hey, I put you in a group. I see that you unjoined. There's no communication, and we have to start with communication, and
Another
that's
thing
very important.
people don't get, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. I don't know. Maybe we're just different. I don't know. I had somebody that approached me recently via inbox and was real, real pushy and to me, it was like disrespectful. And so the
Right.
next time I got a message from this person because I didn't reply to it because it was irritating me really bad. It turns around and the person end up was saying to me, why, why do you need to connect with anybody else when you just need to be going through me? What? I don't even know what you do. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? And it's just like, hey,
Right.
hey, powerful women in business. Hello, hello, Kathy. Hello, you guys, for just joining. And so that is like very, very important. I can't express that enough as to why you need to be able to build relationship. Because if in order for me to be able to collaborate with anybody, I didn't know what the heck you do. How can my brand will my brand be tarnished because what you do, because it may not collide,
Right.
because maybe what you're thinking about doing, or you may not give me the full impression. I would rather for you to be upfront with me. I would rather for, you know what I mean, and then let me make that decision if I want to move forward with you. You know what I mean? Versus you already
Absolutely.
have a hidden agenda. I don't have time for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
We are building a
Right.
brand and we want to
Right.
be able to protect our brand, right?
And you don't want to be bullied
Yeah.
into participating or collaborating with someone, or made to feel bad because you're making a decision
Mhm.
not to have that relationship with that person.
Right.
So, we have to look at it all around, how it can
Mhm.
affect us and future relationships, because it puts a bad taste in your mouth when you're thrown into a group, or you have someone in your inbox, being aggressive about a product, and you
Right.
decide, well, now you really have to think about and select who you communicate with and who
Yep.
you decide you want to have a partnership with. And it's important that we also do our research anyway before we collaborate. But we, like you said, you just want to have the option to know what you're connecting with and who you're
Exactly.
connecting with and how it can benefit both sides.
Yep. 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 That's very, very important. It's so important. Just I know just last night you both see the same we seen the same status.
Yes.
There's someone who we're connected with
Which was a good
on
status.
social media. That was, you know what? It was so true. I'm not gonna lie. That message was so true. It was so on point. Even though I'm in the same industry, but I do multiple things. And with me having that experience from another person, it left a bad taste in my mouth. It's like, dang, if you're doing this to me, and you really don't know what the
Right.
heck I do, or even try to find out what I do, right? You turn around and you do that to somebody else. It irked me. It irked me so bad. And it's like, that's not how you do business. Because imagine if we're
Right.
working on our jobs don't do that. They want to build relationships. They
Right.
want to be able to see how can we come together to make this thing work, right? They want to come together
Right.
to be able to
Absolutely.
say, I can't say I'm going to go into auto, but then in an automobile service, but I'm over here, I'm a comedian. You gonna
Right.
push me into something that it just don't match. It made no sense to me.
Right.
So so go ahead. I want you to go ahead and say what we
I
was talking.
I just believe I believe your presentation
Yes.
represents your brand and your business, and how you approach me will
Mm-hmm.
determine whether one, I will move forward with groups or even promoting, your business,
Yeah.
or, collaborating or even referring people. So it's important, as business owners, that we really focus on how we approach. Our approach is important, because I don't
Very
want to buy
important.
something from someone or support someone who's either aggressive, who lacks knowledge, who lacks the ability to communicate, or who just turn me off because of how they approach me. So it's important.
Mm-hmm. What they say, first impression is the last impression.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I think we really need to focus on it. I think we would get much further, if we using our social media sites, as a way, to build our business, or to get more referrals for clients, or to expand, or even, just networking. If we look at our strategy, that's really important. And I think a lot of times it's the purpose behind it. If it's money driven, if it's just numbers, for likes or for, memberships and groups, then we're definitely not going to make it as far as a collaboration, because I believe in servicing the people. That's important. And I
Yep.
believe that I represent, my business, and I would like for other people to have the same level of respect as I do.
Um, I tell a lot of people this. I tell a lot of my business partners this. I tell a lot of my clients this. That if you're going into business, really ask yourself, why are you going into business? You know what I mean? Are you going into
Right.
business because you're putting money first? I mean, everybody would need money for whatever that case may be, right? But are you putting money first over everything? Because if that's the way you leading
Right.
into your business, news flash, you are on the road to destruction. That is not how you
Oh,
do it.
definitely. You will not be
You know what I mean?
successful. No,
Mm-hmm.
no. You will not last long. You will not be successful, and you will turn people away from
Mm-hmm.
whatever products or services that you're trying to offer. So
Yep.
I totally agree with you.
And that's
And that
exactly the
goes into boundaries,
yep, boundaries, big
with
time.
building relationships and
Mm-hmm.
having an understanding of what your role is, from the professional standpoint, and how
Yes,
to reach people, and not being a Facebook bully or an IG bully just to get, sales, or, to get people to just, buy into whatever you're selling.
exactly. And that goes back to that status that we seen yesterday. Well, really, it was probably this morning. That
Right.
status that we see this morning on our mutual friends page. Regardless
Right.
of what business that you are in, I don't care if you are a car salesman. I don't care if you in a coat. It does not matter. You have to be very, very careful of how you approach people and what is your true intentions. Because I'm a believer, if you are on shenanigans, it's going to show up. Eventually, it's going to
Right.
show up because you're only gonna cover it up for so long.
Right.
It's like you telling a lie on top of a lie to on top. No, 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 no. It's eventually it will show up. So you need to be
Right.
on your,
Absolutely.
this is one thing that I've learned, that people think just because they are in business, they automatically um, think they are on another level than the next person. That's not true. You know what I mean? You
Right.
think because you
It should
got
be
a
people first.
bachelor's,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? You got a bachelor's, right? You got a
Right.
master's or you got a doctorate. You think you better than me. That is like the
Right.
worst ever. That's the mentality that people are thinking. But then on another side, you got another intentions on coming in with the money thing first. If so I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'm so passionate of the things that I do, but when you have people that's just like extra, but they don't have to be, people are not going to respect it. They're not going to respect it at all. And
Right.
you can't get mad at nobody but
Right.
yourself, right?
No. Right. And when building your relationship, you want to start off, on a positive note. You want to definitely come from a strength-based approach.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to introductions and saying who you are, leading people to your website so they can get to know you. And you also, which I do a lot of this when I network or when I friend request someone on social
Mm-hmm.
media, I ask them, how can I serve them? That
Mm-hmm.
opens the door for building, that relationship and not, appearing one sided, because sometimes that happens. People don't ask, oh, well, how can I, be of support to you? Because I share a lot of other people's
Mm-hmm.
statuses on my pages, on all my social networks, because I believe that everyone, deserve an opportunity for other people in my networks, and my friends list to know what other services or what events are out there. I'm not like, oh, well, just support Cherie and I will not support
Mm-hmm.
someone else. It's important that we do that before we jump in and say, hey, buy my product or join my group or attend my events. And I think sometimes the lack of support, is not
That is so
pushed to the
true. Oh my
forefront.
God. That is so true. And I wish more people would truly, truly understand that. How can I support you? Very important. Yes. And let me tell you about this lady that's in here that's joining us, Keisha.
Right, right.
Keisha, let me tell you, I'm in a business of butchering people's names. I swear. Please don't charge it to my heart. I am terrible. My God. But she and I, we connected just like you and I. We connected on social media, and sometimes you just have that connection with people, right? And so with her, we have done something together that was recently, and she had interviewed me. And so I went back to her, and I was like, you know what? Are you on Blab? Just like I said to you, are you on Periscope? I'm just saying. I love to be able to work with other people, especially women, and to be able to collaborate. And so with her, this is her first time ever coming to Blab. But
Right.
now we're going to be connecting on Blab later on in the week, talking about collaboration. You know what I'm saying? So it's again, it goes
Awesome.
back to what you just said. It's about networking with people. How can I be able to, continue on the connection after she interviewed me? You know what I mean? Yes, you got my message out, but I want to be able to get your message out too. How can we be
Right.
able to work together? Because at the end of the day, we both should be successful. It's enough for both of us to win. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I love that. I love,
Absolutely.
love, love
Absolutely.
collaborating, especially with women. I'm not against men. I'm truly not against men. But men sometimes they got the wrong intentions, and that's not what we're on. But if there's a man that could be able to benefit from my services, then yes, I will absolutely work with a man. But I'm more geared to women because number one, I'm a woman. I'm a single mother. But at the same time, what I could be able to offer you, you may not even know. But how would I? We never ever know if we don't even communicate with each other. We don't have to degrade each other to be able to have a
Right.
relationship.
Right.
You will
Right.
look. Let's be real. Let's be grown with it here. You are a woman. You know what I mean? And I'm like, look, I need to be able. Like, I had asked Keisha about
Right.
something, and I didn't know what the heck how to do it. But she was like openly and just able to say, "Here, Vanessa, this is how you do it. X, Y, and Z." And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. And then if she comes to me and asks me for something, girl, this is how you doing
Right.
it. You know what I mean? I want to see you successful. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what we should, I believe that we should uplift each other. We should encourage each other. We should, empower each other, and we can work together. Sometimes people, oh, women is difficult. Yeah, sometimes it may be, but if we all share a common goal of getting to the next level when it comes to servicing people, then we should be able to work together to help each other. It shouldn't be, well, Cherie, you can't help this person, or we definitely have to look at that. How can we continue to support each other, and in what ways? Like you said, you might need support with one area of your business, and I might need support in another area. And if you or I can't do that for each other, we can say, hey, this person, I know this person, they're great in this area. And that's how we keep building our networks, by sharing, other people who can support us, and not feel like, oh, well, that's my friend or that's my business connect, and I don't want to share that person with you, because like you said, Vanessa, there's enough opportunities out there for all of us. And I think in order for us to build and to continue to do well as business owners, we have to work together. And it's important that, we connect each other with people who can support our vision.
Oh my goodness, you're not telling the name. Is that a Wayne? Wayne, you want to come in and talk to us? Okay, now this is two women now. I'm just saying. Come on in, Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Wayne, we can't hear you, sir.
Yes, we cannot hear you.
Wayne. Nope, we can't hear you, love. No, we can't hear you there. That's that darn app. That Blab app is so bad. That Blab app is not. I don't know what you just said. Okay, he said something. Maybe he said jump out and jump back in. Probably.
Right.
Men. I had to do it. So, Wayne, if you ever have a chance to get back on, or you could pop your question in or your comment in, then we'd be more than happy to answer it or what have you. So is there anybody else that would like to give their input about building relationships? Feel free to jump on in. We have no problem with sharing the spotlight with you guys, because we are not women like that. We love to be able to support one another, as we stated before.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So in the meantime, Cherie, while we're waiting for other people to be able to jump on it, tell us, like, what examples would you give to, outside of everything else that we've talked about, what other ways would you think that is a good thing that people will be able to do just to be able to build a relationship, but not only build a relationship, but to be able to have a successful relationship? You know what I mean?
Right. I would say ongoing communication. We tend to use social media a lot, for our business or for personal reasons. Not just liking people's pages, but reaching out and just saying, just checking in to see how you're doing, see how everything is going, congratulating, in a supportive way. Seeing more of that would be great. I think that's a way to encourage people that they're doing the right thing, and also building relationships. Because once you realize you have cheerleaders outside of the people that you already are connected to, it encourages you. It encourages you to want to reach out to those people who support you. And maybe it can turn into a collaboration. Maybe it can turn into a speaking engagement. Maybe it can turn into an opportunity to work together where there's some kind of conference. I just think that having that ongoing, support with people that you're connected to on social media is very important. And sometimes, our friends list are thousands, and we can't connect with every person, but really just making an effort to connect with those who reach out to you.
Yeah, I totally agree. I give my response after Wayne. Hopefully we can be able to hear him. Hello, Wayne.
Yo, can y'all hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you now,
Yeah,
Wayne.
we can hear
All right, that's what's up. No, I agree. I think network is very essential, especially for African Americans, man. I think it's very important that we support us. Um, I think it's very important that we authentically support us, not just to say it, but like if we go to
Exactly.
any like I think that difference between being authentic and just supporting for supporting is huge. So if we don't like it, I'm cool with us not supporting. But whenever you find something that is synonymous with your brand, that helps out your brand, that you just like, I think it's very important for us to be able to support that because that builds up a power circle. And I think it's very important as a
Hmm.
community that we start building up more power circles.
I totally agree. I
absolutely,
totally agree.
absolutely,
I totally agree.
and it's
Thank goodness you got a
important
better
that
connection because we can hear
that
you.
you're
You can hear me now? About time. See, I didn't know I was plugged up to the car, but I was listening to y'all and stuff. I just wanted to like get my 2 cents because I definitely think I like the direction in which you guys are going. I was just saying I think we need to do that because other cultures, not every culture, but other cultures definitely do that and they grow from it. So it's like I think we always are hesitant and always coming off as like, yo, my cousin does this better. But just being able to link your cousin up with somebody who's doing something, I think is
Exactly.
even a better connection for real. So
Mhm. Yeah, because you can make a movement. You know, you can make a
absolutely
movement together. It's better to be able to make a movement as a team versus by yourself. I mean, you could do it by yourself, but I mean, you only gonna get so far. A team. I'm a believer in team effort. You know what I mean? There's no I in team. But just imagine the
right.
powerful forces of people to be able to come together, collaborate, and make a movement, make a statement, and to be able to change many lives around the world. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, man. So I'm with y'all. I'm not gonna hog up y'all time or whatever, but I fuck what y'all doing and everything. So I'm up.
All right. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne. He made a great point about being authentic, Vanessa. That's so important.
Yep.
And sometimes with social media, you have to gauge whether what's being posted is actually true
Oh,
and what people are representing
mm-hmm.
is
Yes.
accurate, most important. Because last night I was scrolling through and I was reading some posts. People are entitled to their opinions, and I was like, wow, you really got to be careful of what you put out there in the atmosphere and what people will like and follow. And that can also affect your ability to build, positive and healthy relationships if you're putting things out there that's not accurate, or, you're being aggressive in how, you present your message. So we have to be careful with that as well. No
Yeah.
one's perfect, but we just have to, be more aware and conscious of how we, you know, represent ourselves.
That is true. I remember people would ask me, the more I share my story, and the more I speak with people, the more I'm more visible, right? Visible. People want to know
Hmm.
more about me, so they reach out to me, and I just share my story. But at the end of the day, this is how you know people are on shenanigans, or people are real. You know what I mean? If you're able
Right.
to just to be able to ask a question, because people are entitled. I'd rather for you to ask a question than assume, right? Because we all know what assuming means.
Right.
But I'd rather for you to ask a question so I could be able to give you an answer, you know? And so
Hmm.
that way you could be able to take it to whatever, whatever way you want to be able to take it. But I'd rather for you just at least ask versus assuming. I'm good for putting up on when somebody aggravate the heck out of me and they keep putting me into these darn old groups that we talked about at the beginning of the this call here, that irks my nerves like no tomorrow. I mean, like under my
Right.
skin, because I don't know what the heck I keep getting added to. You know what I mean? And so I have to turn around and go behind and then turn around, delete myself from that group. And now you're gonna turn around and put me back into this group.
Right.
It makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? I don't understand
Well,
it.
that person action says a lot about them.
Yeah. I mean,
Inconsiderate. Yeah.
yeah, be very, very considerate. I mean, where's your character? Where's your integrity? I mean, I'm just saying,
Right.
that means a lot. That really means a lot. But it goes back to you get to really know people's true intentions. Are they trying to make you
Mhm.
another number? Are they really trying to build a relationship with you? You know?
Right.
Um, I remember having a conversation with one of my business partners, and she was going through a lot, just going through absolutely a lot. And I just like to call just check on you. It has nothing to do with business,
Mhm.
but I want to check on you because outside
Right.
of business, we have this relationship. And I want to know, how are you doing? How's the family doing? And if there's anything that I can be able to help, even if it's just a conversation where you can vent to me, maybe you just need somebody to pray for you, honey. Or sometimes we feel that we are alone
Right.
in whatever journey that we're going through. But if you turn around and just to be able to call with your true intentions, just to say, what do you need? How can I help you? You know what I mean? Not
Right.
business. Let's take business out of the equation. How can I help you? My business partner was really going through something, and I don't know, maybe because we built this relationship, and I just called her and just asked her, "What's going on? I haven't heard from you. What's going on?" And she was like, I'm just really going through something. I was just sitting here praying to God and asking for certain things. And the crazy part about it, by the time we get off that phone call, it was an emotional conversation because she said, you know what, sometimes we never understand if God is really listening to us, is my prayers was going to be
Mhm.
answered. And she said every single thing that I just, like, literally an hour ago prayed for, he answered. And you called, her husband called, and somebody else had called her and just was asking, how can I help you? That alone, you know what I'm saying, that's amazing.
Oh
But I
yeah.
just
I
want to
mean,
know
that
how you're
just shows that you care and you're
doing. Yes.
authentic, and it goes beyond a business relationship. It shows to the person that you are, that you really care about them, and
Mm-hmm.
also that you can have empathy, for whatever that they're going through, and that you can sit your business to the side and,
Mm-hmm.
really focus on them. And that's important too in building your business, the ability to be able to juggle both, to have that balance, to be able to have that business mindset, but also on the other side, to be real, to be a person. And that's important that we have that, because sometimes in business, you see people who just all about business and they lack that sensitivity on both. And that shows up in your business. Because if you're
Yeah.
like that, if you're that driven from a business standpoint, you'll
Mm,
forget about the people that you're serving, and you forget about their needs. Their needs will no
mm.
longer, be the priority. So you got to
Come
be
on.
careful about that as well, having
Come
that
on.
balance in that area.
Come on. I'm just saying.
Very important. Very important. You gotta do things from the heart, not just
Hmm.
because you want them dollars. You gotta
Hmm.
really, people have to really think about their purpose and why they're doing what they're doing. And you have to
Hmm.
be careful, because you can do more damage to somebody than, helping them if your purpose is something else and it's not aligning with what your client needs
Mm.
or
Come
with the
on.
people that your networking needs. You can definitely, separate a relationship. You can definitely break down that business relationship or even that personal relationship. So you definitely have to be more self-aware.
You know what you said? You done struck a chord, girl. Let me tell you. You done struck a chord. Oh my God, this is crazy. Um,
Balance,
so
balance, balance is important.
yeah, I remember when I first started the journey of being in business, just being in business, right? And it was different for me because I come from the corporate background and not. I, I mean, I literally, how I didn't have anybody to say, dang, they have the blueprint of it. You know what I mean? Because majority we're taught to get up, go to school, get us a job. And so I remember just having this conversation with this particular person, and just, I know the person because we went to the
Mhm.
same place together. The seeing different places, being in the same space, and um, it was interesting. Just to say the least, it was interesting. And when I look back now, and the person called me recently, and it was asking me, "Dang, how did you get this done?" And I'm still right here.
Right.
And it's not to boost, you know what I mean? It's not to boost, it's not to hype, it's not to brag, right? And so I had to be careful when I respond because I know me and I know my mouth. I will let you have it. And so this particular moment, I waited for like maybe an hour or so, and I replied to the person. I said, you know what? I've learned along the way of this journey of being an entrepreneur. You can have that title all you want to, but I want to be able to have a successful, and build with, because I don't want to have something that's going to crumble because I didn't do it right. You know what I mean? And just because you gave me great advice, I didn't stop there. I wanted to be able to go higher, meaning I took some of the good and I took some of the bad. And I had to be able to learn along the way on a different level because I did not agree. Because it's going to be times where you agree to disagree. But I didn't agree how it was like it stopped at a certain point. Like, you get to a certain level, but now maybe you had to slow down because of whatever reason, whatever personal reason, professional reason, or you just trying to get your life. You know what I mean? And because I was not, I guess, maybe moving as fast, or I don't know what the heck it was, I no longer heard from that person.
Yeah, God will remove people from your life that'll hurt you, that will hinder you. So that's very important. Very important. You don't have to do anything. You just tell him, hey, there's a situation, and he will remove people from your life, that will hinder your business, that will hinder your ability to build healthy relationships with people. We don't want those type of, we don't want that type of energy, in our circle, because it can, have an impact on what we do. So it's important. Yeah.
And just like somebody said, was painful. It was very painful. But the crazy part, this person couldn't understand it. I'm just like, how you not? And I said, you know what? I'm not in the place or position to be a tape recorder. I'm not trying to be funny. I no longer wanted to be a tape recorder because I would rather for you just to see. That's it. Just to see for yourself. Because I know you're watching. I know you're watching. But just to see. Yeah. So I turned around and I said, you know what? I've learned some things along the way of this journey. And I also learned that sometimes it's best to take that step back so you could be able to move to that next level, whatever that level may be. I need to be able to move to that next level because right now you're not seeing what I already said plenty of times. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and take my step back and do what I need to do. And so now I'm on these various levels, right, of having all of these amazing things that's happening in my business and all the things that I do. And this person is looking at like, are you serious right now? How the heck did she get there? Again, you wasn't listening. So I have to do what I need to do so I can be able to help more people on the right track. You know what I mean? On the right path. You know what I mean? Because that's not fair for me to do what you did to me, to do it to them. And I already know how it felt. You know what I mean? So if, and the crazy part, I remember, I don't know, what's this? Maybe a couple days ago, Friday. I think it was Friday. We have a mutual friend. But I talked to this person a lot. And I built this amazing relationship with this person. So I knew her before she knew, right? And so come to find out, she'd been reaching out to her and not me. And I was like, oh, okay. But that goes back to building that relationship. Are you building a business relationship with me? Or are you building a relationship just to see how much, what, you know what I mean? So I just like, you know what?
For their personal gains or to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
They want to see what you're doing, or they just for personal gain. We have to be careful about that when we build in relationships and finding out what people's intentions are, what's their purpose. Because sometimes people come into your life for a season and they got to pull them out, and then we'll learn from that, especially if we have a situation, like you just endured, and we have to take that step back and we have to, assess, moving forward, how we're going to maneuver or how we're going to, if we're going to continue to have that relationship with that person down the line or, be connected with that person in any, shape or form. So I definitely, understand where you're coming from. It's hurtful.
is very, and that's the part that I don't know if she could wrap her head around it, that she didn't understand that that was really, really hurtful. It was very hurtful because I'm not the type of person to break down those walls so easily because I got to get to know you. But it was in a different type of a way. It was like, well, I know that this is only as far as it's going to go. And you have to be
Mm-hmm.
okay with this
Right.
is how far it's going to go. It's not going to go any further. We're going to go ahead and leave it as is. But at the same time, you'll be watching me because I see you watching.
Right.
I
Yeah,
see you
they
watching.
always do. They may be silent,
Mhm.
but they're watching to see what your
Yeah,
next move
yeah,
is, and just to have something to talk about. That's why we really, have
absolutely.
to spend time, selecting, the people that we collaborate with, the people that we build
Yep,
relationships with. And sometimes we don't see it right away, and that happens. Once you get into the
yeah.
relationship that you built with that person, then you start to see, well, maybe this is not going the right way. Maybe this is not the person that I need at this time. And it's okay to tell somebody
Mhm.
that. It's okay to terminate a relationship if it's
Oh,
not,
honey,
conducive to both of you, or one
exactly.
person is being, negatively impacted by, that
Mhm.
relationship. You don't want to find yourself in a relationship where it's not healthy because again, it goes back to other aspects of your life, your personal and your professional, can definitely be impacted by that, could be harmed by it.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it
Because
can.
some people will
But
stay in those
that was great.
relationships, those professional relationships, and, still have those feelings, feel upset if that person, is being aggressive, not being considerate, and they don't know how to get out of those relationships. But the best thing to do is to terminate those relationships.
It is. It is because it's like at the end of the day, I'm going to move. I don't need to make a lot of noise to move. My
Right.
silence, what I'm doing, I'm just saying, it speaks for
Yeah.
itself. You know what I mean? I have to, we got to be able to remain laser focused on what is the ultimate goal because there's no way that you could build a solid foundation on sand. Let's be clear. Either you're going to build the brick and mortar or you're going to have
Mhm.
sand. Which one you want?
Right.
And so if I
Right.
don't want this sand around me, I'm going to need to move over here because when the time gets tough, and it's going to get tough, I need this brick and mortar to withstand the test of time, right? So that means I need to move this relationship out of the way so I could be over here and build this brick and mortar of this empire that I'm reaching
Right.
for, then I have to be okay with just saying, it's okay. It was good for what it was, but let's go ahead and move forward. Now, how you take that, that's strictly up to you because obviously you didn't hear anything that I was saying.
Well, you know what? The topic is the power of building relationships, and that's the great thing. You have the power to step away from those
Yep.
relationships that are not good. Point blank. Run the other way. Sometimes you see something coming your way, you got to run the other direction. Listen,
Exactly.
I've had to do that before. I've had to, I've had situations where I had to call someone on the phone or kindly say, hey, you know what? I don't think this is going to be a good, relationship or a good start to whatever we're trying to work on together. Because I've been in situations where I've networked with people and the relationships were just going the wrong direction, or I started to see things from a business standpoint that wasn't positive, or that just wasn't, overall healthy, or,
Hmm.
legally wasn't great either. So I had to step away because again, that affect my brand and my business if I'm connected to
Exactly.
anyone who's not doing what they should be doing.
I totally agree. Somebody said, I don't know if this is the one, Crystal, maybe a verbal agreement to do a certain number of tasks for each other so both parties feel comfortable about their part. Is that what you're talking about, Crystal? Yes. It all depends. This is just me because I do so much. I do so much. But it's so if I'm going to go and then after that renew or not. Well, if say if I'm doing a coaching something with coaching, if it's going to be, months in advance, then yeah, absolutely, there has to be some type of contract in place. Same thing with speaking. We have to have some type of contract in place. I'd rather have it in writing.
Absolutely.
And then if it's not moving forward, that's the thing about being your own boss. I'm just trying to say something. Sometimes if that relationship is not making any progress, if we have a scheduled time that we need to be able to meet, schedule. This not a thing that you just knew just 2 hours before. It's something that is scheduled. And you constantly wasting my time and not showing up, but then you turn around and you want me to be able to be convenient at your convenience, but you didn't take my time into consideration. I'm gonna go here. Let's have this divorce right now. We no longer need to go forward because something is not connecting. This is why I offered a 30-minute coaching call to see if we are connected before you sign on any paperwork and say, okay, let's move forward in whatever you're trying to do. If that's starting that business, growing that business, whatever the case may be, then we're going to go ahead and separate ourselves. Is that making sense, Crystal? I hope that answers the question. Do you agree with me, what I'm saying?
I totally agree. All business is good business, and it's important to have those 30-minute discovery sessions with clients to determine whether they are a fit for your program. And if not, then maybe you can give them a different direction or refer them to someone else. And that goes back to, the networking and meeting people who may be in a similar field or not, and you can refer them. That's great. I do that all the time. I refer clients to other people, for whatever their needs are. It's important. And also reevaluating the relationship, that's important too, Crystal. And you'll find in situations where you're evaluating through the whole process, you're assessing through the whole process whether this relationship is working or not. It's ongoing.
One thing, that's why I said a set amount of tasks to see if, just talking about that right now is that, especially because we're both coaches, and what she coach about, I may not coach about, but we may coach about something of the same thing. But if we are coaching our clients and say if we have a task for them to do, we could coach you all day long. And we could be able to have an assignment for you to do. And then you say, okay, this is the due date of the assignment to be able to have this in by X, Y, and Z, so I can be able to look at it and see if you're making that progression. Just like a progress report when we go to school, but now we're in grown folks land. Then if you decide that you do not feel that you need to do these necessary steps in order for you to go to the next level, and you looking for that right now gratification, I'm not the coach for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's steps to it. You know what I mean? It's just like, how can I be able to tell you about your marriage and I'm newly single, or I'm a bitter woman? You know what I mean? So we got to be very, very careful to make sure, don't, just because somebody is paying you, that don't mean they're right for you, because they maybe don't want to do the work. They just want to hold up your time. If you want to hold up my time and pay me for holding up my time, we got a problem with that, because do you not know how many times people reach out to me and I'm scheduling something and you don't show up, and then you want me to come back and now be convenient for you? I'm just saying. You do. Right. You have to be willing to do the work. I had to work my butt off to get to where I'm at. What makes you think you get a pass? This ain't the basketball go straight to the. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to work harder. You have to work just as hard for you, because this will benefit you. So yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree. We both have to put the work in, but totally agree. Totally.
Okay. Tisha, do you want to jump in here? Because I see you in here just working it, Missy. Can you come and jump in here so we can be able to talk to you? Don't stand behind the things because it's your first time. Stop playing.
She said 1 sec.
Okay, good. Good. I love the platforms that's available. The platforms that's available that we could be able to make connections with people all over the world, and to be able to empower one another, because you never know. I probably had a crappy day, or I feel like, ugh. But then you probably had an amazing day, and you done said something that really help me throughout the day. So I love the fact that we can be able to come together, collaborate, and there's no craziness. I see you behind the scenes hat now, girl.
I had to get a little bit camera ready somewhat.
I understand. I came here many times. I was slid back to the side. I said, okay, man, get your life. So I got something going girl.
But absolutely,
Yes.
I'm feeling everything you guys are saying.
Okay.
And especially as far as just being genuine, and back to what Cherie was saying, how can I help you? We're all here to support each other. There's enough business out here for all of us. And me personally, I want to be around like-minded people. I want to surround myself with people who are going to push me to do greater things, people who I can learn from, people who can learn from me. So we can only feed off of each other and help each other to grow and be better.
Exactly. And we just had the opportunities to work together.
Yes, we did. Absolutely. And the first time I heard you speak, that goes back to also research as well, what Cherie was saying, because we met through social media and I researched Vanessa. I went to her website, I went to YouTube, and when I heard her speak for the first time, I just said, wow. Initially, it was supposed to be an interviewing process, but I just needed to let Vanessa do her thing because I just thought she was such an amazing speaker. So I said, you know what, let's switch this up a little bit. You go ahead, you do your thing. And it was amazing. She Thank you, Vanessa.
Oh, you are so welcome.
That's awesome.
I don't know how many people have reached out to me with all these interviews that I'm having going on. I'm just like, it's nothing but God, honey. I just want to see people so successful in their own right. We deserve it. We absolutely deserve to be successful. And just like you said, it's so much out here for all of us. It's not you get more, I get less, and we find out. Right now, this is another thing, and I say this all the time. One of the things that I said that I want to be able to go. Are you on Periscope?
Yes. I don't Periscope a lot, but I need to.
Okay, we're gonna have to change it. I'm just saying. All right now. We're gonna change that. And so I'm on there more and more, and I met some amazing people on there. And so Cherie is gonna be on there too, right, girl?
Yes, ma'am. I will be on there.
Okay, then, cool. And so I met amazing people on Periscope. And so just me amazing people on Periscope and starting to share my story more and being on Facebook. I mean, I stroll through Facebook. I call Facebook messbook sometimes because it can get really messy, right? And so just being on Periscope, you'll be amazed. I mean, when I say amazed, you'll be absolutely amazed the connections that you make. And right now, where are we from? I'm from Illinois. Where are you guys from, ladies? Crystal want to know. Oh my God, I'm coming to New Jersey.
Oh wait, you in New Jersey? I'm in Philly.
Are you in Philly?
Oh, we neighbors.
Wait a minute, somebody's in New Jersey, somebody's in Philly.
I'm in New Jersey.
I'm in Philly. Hey, neighbor.
I'm working with a lady I'm working with a powerhouse right now who is she met me on social media. She is a powerhouse. I mean, a powerhouse. And now I'm working with this lady. I'm an American. Oh, you live in Korea. Oh, wow. Welcome, Crystal, from Korea. Wow. And I'm working with her right now. It's going to be an announcement come out fairly soon. And right now, I'm working with her, collaborating with a bunch of women, and we are doing an empowerment conference. And now it's getting so big that, girl, God is nothing but good. So this is one of the things I wanted to tell you ladies and all the ladies that's listening, is that one of the things that I said on Periscope, because I'm on there often.
She keeps throwing Periscope out there.
Man, Periscope is like amazing. It's absolutely amazing. That I turned around, we was doing scope masterminds. And it's this thing where we pass the scope of a topic that's going on. And we speak about it for maybe about 5 minutes. And it's all these people that could be in your group. And this particular time, it was probably like over 100 something people in my group on my Periscope handle, right? And so the topic was, what do you want to take into the new year? Okay? What do you want to take into the new year? And one of the things I said, I want God to allow me to be uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. And the reason why to make you uncomfortable, because with you being uncomfortable, what does that do? It stretches you. You grow. It's challenging
Yes,
you.
it does.
And that alone, you can't stay stagnant. So I want to be uncomfortable, right? So with being uncomfortable, I'm able to like, with this whole thing that is a conference going on, do you know this girl is scared? Like, what? Are you serious right now? You know what I mean? And so with me already, just this month alone, I spoke 3 different times. One of them, Keisha, all 3 of those speaking engagements happened in 1 week.
Wow.
You talking about a sister that was tired? I said, oh, I'm getting all the where's these requests coming from? So,
oh, you getting what you asked for, right?
Right, there you go. Uncomfortable. So continue to let God help you, to push you, to challenge you to be uncomfortable. And the other thing I said that it's going to be epic. And so the news feeds went crazy on Periscope. I said, and I don't know, when God takes over, he takes over. I can't do nothing about it. Take it up with him. And the thing why I'm going crazy, where everybody was putting epic. If you agree with me, touch and agree, put in the news feeds that 2016 is going to be epic. You already went through the development stages of 2015. Allow 2016 to be epic. It's going to be bigger than ever, but you have to claim it and receive it. And so now with 2016, people reach out to me, they say epic. I'm like, oh my God, epic. I forgot I said that. So those types of things, if you speak it into existence, you believe in what you're saying, he listening to every single thing that we want. He knows our heart, but you got to be willing to do the groundwork. You have to be able to get in the trenches. You have to be willing to build those relationships. You have to be willing to be able to network. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable in order for you to get what you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? See, oh Lord Jesus, I'm gonna be quiet now, but I'm just saying. So,
in order to grow, you got to step out of your comfort zone. You got to step out that comfort zone. That's how you're going to grow.
You know what?
I know, and it's hard. It's really hard.
Very hard. Oh, my God.
Just do it, and you will impress yourself every time. You just have to jump and do it.
Yes. And people don't.
Because you
say that again.
It builds confidence. You get that confidence, and you amaze yourself, and then it boosts your confidence to keep going to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing.
Yes, absolutely. And people don't realize that I'm an introvert. People don't realize that. An introvert, and we're
really? I can't tell.
I am so serious. I am an introvert, and I wanted to be able to, push me to be able to come into the forefront so I could stop being a behind the scenes person. Because, I know I have a powerful message. I know I have an amazing story. I know I could be able to help a lot of people. But when I continue to limit myself and be behind the scenes, how would anybody be listening? No, there's nobody really listening to what you have to say. So it's just like having a voice but not saying anything, that type of a thing.
Right.
And so I have to be able to and sometimes I catch myself and like, oh my God, okay, Vanessa, okay. So yes, I'm an introvert.
That's all right. You jumping out this year. We're going to hold you accountable, Vanessa.
Okay, I'll take that. And see, that's what it's about. You build those relationships. And now I done said something I didn't think you was going to call me out on and have me accountable. But okay, fine then. I'll take you up on that challenge. That makes me uncomfortable. But again, I know I have to do it, in order for me to be able to grow. So, therefore, I'm calling both of you ladies out to be on Periscope this week. You calling me out, I'm calling you out. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lordy. Who's next? Lordy, here we go.
Who's next? Periscope. Who's next? I'm listening. What?
All right.
Okay. So this week, you know how to find me.
I'll be on there. I'm on there.
Yes. Follow me on Periscope. We're going to do this. We have too much we have to do. We have business that we have to grow. We got messages that we have to share. And everybody, if you want to get on that platform, If you uncomfortable with Periscope, get on it. Do I hear crickets? Do I hear crickets? Do I hear crickets?
Me on this week.
Do I hear crickets?
I'm gonna be on there.
Do I hear crickets? Love it, ladies. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So yes, that's what it's about. So I know I'm going to see you later on this week, Miss Lady. We're going to set up something, and we're talking about collaboration. So it's a great way to end this evening. We're going to connect. We're going to talk about collaboration. I'm going to see you two ladies on Periscope. Oh, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. So, ladies, somebody, there you go. Thank you. She put it in there. Crystal, your question, your answer. Cherie, tell the Crystal everybody, what business field are you in?
You want to go first?
Okay. She coached moms on pursuing their dreams. I coach women. Crystal, yay!
I think somebody got a delay. Say it again. Say it again for me, please.
I coach moms. I coach moms on living a full life and pursuing their dreams. Your time is now. Stop using the kids as an excuse. Stop using lack of funds, lack of time as an excuse. I did it as a teen mom. I run 2 businesses now, and I just show moms, coach moms on how they can do the same thing as well.
Boom.
Awesome.
Love it.
That's awesome.
I knew that, but they didn't know that. I need to follow you here on here too. I don't think I'm following you, ladies.
Yeah, I'm following you on Periscope. I just have to figure out this blog thing. Today's my first day on.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Jesus, fix it. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay. I don't know why I was giving out high fives and y'all went out the building. I'm just saying.
Oh.
It just left. Okay, perfect. I was like, what the heck happened that quick? Jesus? So I do a lot. I don't even know where to start. I have a successful business in direct sales. I'm a motivational speaker. I am a mindset coach, and I will upcoming author this year. So there you go, Crystal. That's
Yay.
what I do. Yes, yes.
Go
yes.
Vanessa.
Waiting on that book. Waiting to cop that book.
Oh my God! And let me make that. The book is going to be out soon, and I just found out last week. I think we get the call tomorrow that I will be in 2 different places in one day, starting a book tour. Somebody wanted me to do.
Wow, that's awesome.
Jesus, fix it. Makes you talk about uncomfortable. Oh Lord, uncomfortable. I can't even describe. But that's why we have to continue to allow God to make us uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. Because it's something bigger. This is bigger than us. Bigger than us.
Yeah. It is.
So ladies, I want you guys to be able to leave a message for somebody that could be possibly look back on this and to be able to say, dang, I needed that. So what is it for the women that, we as women is already tough as is, but we got some amazing power that's within us. And so we have seen ourselves come out of that level where we will stand stuck at, and we're willing to be able to be open to go to that next level. But maybe there's somebody else that they don't understand. Where do they begin? Where do they go from there? How can they be able to do it? What tips would you be able to tell them that could be able just to propel them to get out of whatever that situation that they're in?
First, they have to believe. They have to believe in themselves. That's key. You have to know that you have the power to make changes in your life. It starts with you. In order to get to the next step, you must accept that there's some changes that need to be made, and you must make a plan. That's what I did before I started my business. I sat down and wrote a plan out. I wrote a plan of action out. I listed the steps that I needed to take, and I had to jump out there. And when I jumped out there, I didn't jump out by myself. I had to seek support. I had to get some women to rally around me to help me to take that next step, to encourage me, to help me to recognize my own strength. And sometimes that's hard if you're in the midst of a struggle, things are going on in your life, or if you have fear, it will hinder you. So making that plan, connecting with people, definitely connect with people who are going in the same direction, or those people are at that point you want to at some point be, in your professional life. Definitely reach out to them. Stay prayed up about it. The power of God is awesome. I can just tell you from personal experience, he's done some things in my life that I just had to step back and say, wow, and just continue to, don't give up. Just keep going forward. Sometimes the struggle gets hard and we want to turn around and say, you know what, I can't do it no more. Just keep going no matter what. Don't give up. Just believing that you can get to the point that you want to be
I love it. I love
Absolutely. And I would say the first thing is get your mindset in check. Mindset is key. Before you try to change anything in your life, before you try to complete any goal, you have to change your mindset and commit to it. And I always look at your mindset as a shield. And it's there to protect you. It's there to protect you from all the naysayers that you're going to see coming your way. It's there to help you to continue moving forward when you don't have people around you to support you, because you may not have, friends or families that have the same mindset that you have. They may give you negative feedback. You have to have that mindset in check to be able to motivate yourself when there's no one else around to support you. And I think the second thing is to try to find people with your same mindset by doing, as these ladies were talking about earlier, networking, finding other positive people there who you can call when you feel like giving up. And that's basically it. And just don't give up. Just keep going. There's going to be times where you're going to be frustrated. Lord knows I've been frustrated. I've cried, but you're going to push through it, and go through it with your eyes open. Don't go through life blindly. There's lessons in everything. Just make sure you get the lesson out of it. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you wiser, and just keep pushing.
Right.
See, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, mama been super proud. One of the things I love to I can't express enough, that in order for you to start, you need to get on a track. You cannot run the race if you're not willing to get on the track, right? So if you're going to run the race, you have to be willing to practice along the way. It's going to be, business is never, ever, 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 ever going to be able to happen like in a blink of an eye and be successful. You have to be willing to get in the race so you can run the race, so you can reach the baton, so you can be able to eventually get to the finish line. But if you don't get on there, you're going to stay on the sand. You can't get mad at nobody else but yourself. But I need you to be able to understand that you have to do it anyway. Even when you don't have that family and friend support, you have to believe deep down within your soul and just know that there's somebody else. You will get more supporters from people that don't even support you. That's not your family that will support you in your venture. But you have to first start, get on the track, believe in yourself, and I don't care how hard it gets, you have to be able to just keep going forward. Because if you quit, how would you ever know if you would be able to win?
There you go.
I'm just saying.
You'll never know until you try.
Vanessa, that should be a slogan. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Or you know what? Or Jesus fix it.
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna stay in the corner. Stay in the corner right now.
And another thing I want to say is share your story. Always share your story. That's what makes you unique. You never know who's listening. A lot of people out there will be quiet and they won't say anything, but they're listening. They're learning from the mistakes you made or the things that you've experienced in your life. I've had people who I've worked with years ago email me or message me on social media and tell me that I inspired them because I did this or I did that, and I didn't even know that they were watching.
Yep.
So people are watching.
Yes, they are.
And share your story, and because another woman can learn from your story. Don't be scared to share it.
That is so. Oh my God, you saying that? That's crazy because I remember I was afraid to share my story. I was like so afraid. When I say Lord, the introvert done came out, stayed out, and didn't go let me go back. I mean, oh my God. I was so terrified to share my story until this lady who maybe it's 2 years ago, she called me out on social media. She said, I see all these messages you put it out here. And I was like, what? I didn't know she was watching me all that time. And I wound up having a speaking event, and I spoke for maybe about 10 minutes, and the news feeds went crazy. I'm just like, oh, okay. What did I don't, you know what I mean? I didn't think I did anything special. I just, whatever came up, came out. That's what I did, right? And she wound up telling me, and so many people have reached out to me, and I wound up going back to her, and I was like, who are these people? I don't know who these people are. And she said, you just don't understand that I'm still having people connect with me right now because of that message that you said. I was like, what? And she was like, some people got it, some people don't have it, and you have it. Now, to fast forward, I think it's going to come out this week, that other announcement, that on this other platform I'm going to be speaking with, she don't even know it. I'm speaking the day after her.
Wow.
Because somebody got to push you, and now that they don't push you, and now you're out there, somebody's hearing your story. Somebody else done picked that story up and called you out and said, come on now, I need you over here. You have to be here. And I was just like, what? Because I was open. We can't be closed-minded, closed off, and shut everybody out because somebody done did us wrong in whatever that was. If it was a bad business venture, don't close the door, because how many jobs did you wrong, or you felt that you didn't get your pay worth, or you wasn't able to get that promotion, or whatever the case may be, but you still continue to go back to it and find another job. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be able to understand that there's so much more to you, but you would never know if you continue to stay burnt on the inside. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now.
Amen.
Stop.
Amen.
Oh,
but
God.
You're right, though. You're absolutely right.
That got me just shaking in my boots. I'm just saying, like, whoa, girl. Some of the things I say, I'm like, dang, okay. But that's with growth. You know, we learn these things along the way. You know, because we're open. You're open, and it just gives you so much more. So God could be able to fill you back up. But if you close off, how can He refill you? You know what I mean? I'm full, but now I done poured out so much. Why am I going to be closed off to be refilled? It makes no sense. It's like you running your car on E, and then you won't even go to the gas station.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And expect it to work, right?
And your stomach is in your back, and you're not eating.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop. I don't know. But that was crazy, girl. That was crazy. See? Have fun with yourself. Have fun with business. It's amazing. Just live. Live your best life, because we only get one. So, ladies.
Yep. And you don't
tell everybody how they can be able to
live it to the fullest.
Yeah, live it fully. And don't apologize for it. Stop apologizing.
Not at all.
Don't apologize.
Not at all.
So, ladies, how can people find you? How can they reach out to you? Let them know.
You can find me on Twitter at Cherie_Parker, on Facebook at Cherie Parker, or you can go to my website, CherieParkerCoaching.com.
You can find me, Keisha Blunt, across all platforms as Keisha Blunt, Periscope, Twitter, Instagram. My website is KeishaBlunt.com. KESHAY, last name BLOUNT.
Well, you can find me at Inspired by Vanessa. InspiredByVanessa.com. That's me. I don't know why this thing keep coming up says Vanessa business. It's like what? I'm just saying. I don't understand. But it's inspiredbyvanessa.com, and also I'm Inspired Vanessa. I think that's what it shows up on Periscope and Twitter, Inspired Vanessa. But that's me. That's us. That's us ladies. We're making a powerful statement. So we thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to join us. We appreciate your time. It's so valuable, and we don't take it for granted. So we hope we gave you some valuable information. And feel free to take this information. I will send it to you ladies if you like, or hopefully you could be able to download and say, look, girl, I got a message. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And with that being said, ladies, it was such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. You guys are amazing.
I enjoyed.
Yes. So Periscope. Yeah.
Yep, this week.
Have a good night.